The bye week is over. Hurricane Milton has left the area, and we are on to Indianapolis. In this episode of From the Cheap Seats, we're going to talk about the 2-3 Colts and how, once again, we could probably be facing up against another backup quarterback. But this isn't no ordinary backup. So come on, cop a spot. Let's talk about it. Welcome to From the Cheap Seats. Welcome, glad to have you. I'm your host, Bonafide, and this is From the Cheap Seats. This is the show where we preview and recap all of the action from this Tennessee Titans season and beyond. Every week, we're going to be doing previews of the upcoming games, live streams during the game, and recaps once the game is over. So, we're back at Nissan Stadium looking for our first home win of the season over the Indianapolis Colts. So let's jump into this game preview. Now, we played on Monday night, which seems like so long ago, but we took the win and we scored over 30 points on the Dolphins. The run game was the big catalyst in that game, and that's why we won. TNT, Tajay, and Tony. And we'll talk about the passing game in a few. Devondre had a great game in lieu of Jeff Simmons not being there, and Mason Rudolph came in there and earned that paycheck that he is getting by subbing for an injured Will Levis, and he was able to manage us to a win. Now, the Colts took a big division L to the then winless Sparkle Kittens, and now they have dropped not one, but 2 division games, which plays into this being a big game for us, the Titans. Now, Richardson was hurt in that game. I think he had a hip injury, and he had to end up coming out of the game. And then Joe Flacco came in, 39-year-old Super Bowl quarterback winning. Joe Flacco came in there and almost took the Colts to victory. Now, for the Titans, this really could be a major win for us if we can get the victory. Now, that will put us at 2-3 with a division win over a division opponent. And then that would put us at number 2 in the division. Now, we'll still be way behind the Houston Texans. They're at 4-1. But yeah, we still got a ton of AFC South games on the schedule. So winning this game on Sunday would be even better because, we won last week, and I know we don't like the early bye, but I think it was helpful because we can regroup health-wise. Now, speaking of health, let's jump to our next segment. Who's in and who's out? Now, it looks like we're going to be at full strength for this game. Highly likely, and Callie already confirmed that Adams and Coburn are going to be out. Big Jeff is going to be back. He's got an elbow injury that he's playing through. Will is going to be the starting quarterback because he's not injured. Callie already said if he's healthy, he's the starter. Now, Cedric Gray was brought off of that 4-game IR. His 21-day window has opened up, but he's not been added back to the roster. So they may try to maximize his whole window to get him back up to speed. Now, the Colts, on the other hand, they are looking like a mass unit. They could be without the following players. They could be without Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor has already been ruled out, DeForest Buckner, Kenny Moore. Now, it looks like the center, Ryan Kelly, I think is his name, and Anthony Richardson are going to be the go. So we look like we may be facing off against Richardson, but he's injury prone to me, so he might play 3 quarters and be out for that. So it looks like we're going to see Richardson on Sunday, but they're not really going to be at full strength. And this is a prime opportunity for us to take advantage of their injuries. Injuries are a part of the game, and we have to take advantage of them for them to kind of have them at 0-3 in the division. And that's almost like 0-3 in the division might be the last nail in the coffin for them. Now, we sliding through this episode, and we about to give you that Gridiron's Gamble play of the day and the game prediction. But if you liking the content we drop here at Section 240, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go, hit the little subscribe button. All right? Now, we got our Gridiron's Gamble, sponsored by Music City Bets. This segment is sponsored by Music City Bets on Twitter. If you haven't followed them yet, you need to hop on your computer or on your phone or your tablet or whatever and go to Twitter, I'm never calling it X, and follow Music City Bets. They're going to give you all your daily betting insights for all your favorite Nashville teams. The Titans, the Preds just kicked off last night. The Nashville Soccer Club, all of this. You're going to get these plays. We even maybe even travel down to Memphis and give you some Grizzlies plays. They got you covered, all right? So go ahead, get ahead of the game, and get the best tips and the odds and follow them now. All right, so we took an L last week. Because DeAndre didn't hit the end zone. So we got to regroup with this new play because we lost $25 at the bank. But the Titans play of the day is we taking the Tennessee Titans money line, baby. Taking the money line. We put it all on the Titans. We're going to ride. All right, we're putting $25 on it. So that's the Titans play of the day, all right? Sponsored by Music City Bets. All right, let's get to our next segment, Bonafide Thoughts, all right? So last week, I said it was Monday Night Fright, and we ended up getting out of that. But this week, let's talk about something that I keep hearing over this, wide open. Now, given the state of the AFC in the past couple of weeks, wide open is a very accurate statement. Even Brian Callahan brought it up on his presser that I think he had on the 7th. And he talked about if we win this weekend, it is possible that we could be right back in the mix. Because a lot of the teams in the league, AFC and NFC, are hovering around 2-3 or 3-2 or even 2-2 depending on when your bye is. So beating the Colts, beating the brakes, the horseshoes off of the Colts will go a long way in getting us back in the mix. But it ain't that easy. It sounds easy, but it ain't that easy. We need competent QB play from Will Levis. And I'm not that confident in that. You know, maybe he can change something, maybe show me something a little bit different, but we need competent QB play. And the offense has to get Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins more involved. I don't know what we need to do, but this is important for us moving forward. We got to have those two clicking if we want to open up the running game, even open up those underneath passes. We got to do it. Callie already acknowledged it. Holtz, the OC, he did too. They gotta start feeding them. At this point, you almost gotta start forcing the ball in their hands. Now, I know that sounds weird, but you want them playing at a high level in this offense because it's only gonna benefit us, all right? And especially if we wanna, continue to score 30 points or more in the games and not wait another 1,000 days for that to happen. Now, it is looking, like I said again, that Richardson will be playing, but he might very well be on the offensive island by himself. He has no Jonathan Taylor. Michael Pittman, who was on IR but practiced today, and they won't rule him out, but I think that's gamesmanship. I don't think he's going to play because the back thing. They said Downs looked like he was moving around all right. So right now, the only wide receiver that they really can count on right now that's going to play is Alex Pierce, who ain't no slouch himself. But I think Snead can probably handle him without anything too crazy. Now, the defense can make it hard for Richardson and the Colts offense, but we've seen this before. You're a Titans fan. This ain't nothing new to you. Now, we've gotten hype about a team being hurt and what it looks like an easy game, and then we go out there and just crap all over ourselves. I.e. last year when we played the Houston Texans in the throwbacks. Because you know how it is. All the signs point to us winning this game. We coming off a bye. We at home. The Colts out here held together with duct tape and crazy glue and some bubble gum. But like I said, last year the Texans were in a similar situation and they came in here and whooped our hind parts. All right? So this ain't no gimme game in any stretch of the imagination. But if we're able to pull out the win, I ain't gonna say it, but you know what I'm thinking, all right? All right, so let's get into our game prediction, all right? So we're 1-3, and like I mentioned, this is a huge AFC South game against the Colts. Now, we could be looking at Richardson, but Richardson could be hurt, or he could tweak something, and we could be looking at Joe Flacco. And this Colts team is really struggling. I think the best thing they got going for them is the guy that sings the song, "This is our coach." If you've never seen that video, I promise you, take 15 minutes out of your day, go search for that video and go watch that dude sing that song. It's catchy, but it's terrible. All right, so we got to take this game seriously because this is the perfect ingredients. Now, I've been watching hurricanes all week for the past 2 weeks, so I know about the perfect conditions to make a great hurricane, a terrible hurricane, and these are the same perfect conditions of a trap game. All right, so if we don't take these games here, we're gonna miss a great opportunity to bring our season off the deathbed and you know, have us a little bit more hype. So we need to do this. But like I said, I think they're going to take the game seriously. I think Will Levis, see, this is how you know it's bold. I think Will Levis shows us what we saw last year. I think he's gotten all that stuff out of the funk. He's watching enough films. And he shows us that he can be passable as an NFL quarterback. And Hopkins and Ridley are a big part of why he's showing that. Because I'm saying that we're getting 3 passing touchdowns from Will Levis. 1 to Ridley, 1 to Tyler Boyd, and 1 to NWI. Hopkins gonna get 80 yards in the air. The defense is gonna get like 3 sacks. Snead is gonna get a tipped interception. He's gonna do his thing. Everybody gonna come to the end zone. And we're gonna jump to number 2 in the division and move to 2 and 3 because we're gonna beat the Colts 27-17. All right? So we out of here. But remember, on Sunday, we are back live from the section. So we're gonna be streaming on YouTube. So come on, hop in with us. I know y'all miss me. We back, baby. We back. The hurricane's out of the way. We free and clear. So we're gonna be live streaming the game on YouTube. So make sure that you have your notification bell set so you'll be notified. Don't forget to check out the website. We're gonna get your own Section 240 merch. We the 1K giveaway. We steadily moving up. Less than 100 subs away, so I'm gonna be giving away this soon. I'm on Fanatics right now looking for the perfect Nike throwback Oilers jersey for one of you lucky subscribers. So all you gotta do is make sure you locked in with the section by liking, commenting, and sharing this with all your fellow Titans fans. Because remember, like I always say, there's plenty of room in this section for us all. Tighten up.